There's a lot going on in this episode.
Flew a jet before?
Negative. First jet experience.
We're at a charity event where kids experience aviation. On board a Harvard, which is the same as a T6. In formation with a steerman and a chipmunk. And we're pulling G's in a fighter. Each year, the flying community comes together in Windsor, Ontario to support an awesome cause. Paul heads the event and explains the mission and how it came together.
We're here at Top Gun's Kids with Cancer Take Flight. I call myself the event founder and event chair.
Hey, look at a video camera.
We're really here to bring the aviation community to bear in the fight against pediatric cancers, to really help keep pediatric cancers on the radar.
Centered around a midway, built on a runway, this event gives kids the opportunity to get up close and personal with these amazing machines, including airplane rides and witnessing demonstration and formation flights up close.
Part of this event is to increase their quality of life, and that when we provide them with some fun and having a good time, that will go a long way with how they get through treatment and how they get through their prognosis with these cancers.
Since I'm training to do this stuff, I sat in on the briefing for the demo flights.
It's a Windsor Airport Kids in Flight charity air display to be held within a 2 nautical mile radius of the Windsor Airport from the surface to 2,500 feet.
And I rode along for a formation flight.
Okay, I'm getting in. I'm not worried about you anymore.
Anyone following the story knows that's Dave. He's my training pilot and we have a great relationship. He's awesome. I'm signed off to fly the Chipmunk. We're going to be working on flying this Harvard next, and I also need to learn about formation flying with these guys. It was educational to be on board for a turbulent day.
I might just ask you things like airspeed. Okay.
And I'm sharing the whole process as I get trained to do this stuff.
This event is really made possible by the aviation community, the Canadian Historical Aircraft Association, the Windsor Flying Club, and Windsor International Airport. If someone wants to donate, they can reach us through our Facebook page at Top Gun's Kids with Cancer Take Flight.
It was an honor to be part of this initiative and join people like Danny volunteering their time. He's here today with his Strikemaster jet. He's a highly experienced pilot and flies several different aircraft types, including helicopters.
I fly the C-28 and helicopters, Jet
cool.
Ranger, and I got a Navajo when we go south in the winter. Then after a few years, I said, okay, I'm ready for the jet. And I was looking for more of performance than look. You know, an L-39 looks a lot more sexy than this, right? So this one doesn't look as sexy, if you want to call it that way, but the performance are outstanding. So that's how we bought it.
He invited me along for a warm-up flight before the event got started.
Flew a jet before?
Negative.
Okay.
First jet experience.
It's nice because it's side by side.
If you want to go through any checklist out loud or whatever, I always like to hear what you're doing.
Okay. Well, I go through the checklist because I fly 4 different aircraft, so I never take the chance to forget something.
Yeah.
Danny is a relatable pilot despite having an unrelatable resume.
We're gonna check your radio.
Check 1, 2, you got me?
Testing 1, 2, 1, 2.
Gotcha.
How's that? Is it good?
It is very good.
All the controls are dual, so.
So that's trim. Is this trim as well? Right
No,
there? What
no,
is that?
No, this is this thing still have the rocket module, the guns and the pylons on it, so everything was done here.
Oh, okay.
So too.
That's your weapons?
Yeah.
You move that when you press that, bad
That's
things
it.
happen?
Yeah. Charging system has been changed from the British to the Americans. So we have 2 big batteries to start this up. So that's why I never need an external APU or something. This jet can go anywhere on its own.
Okay.
So which was very, very nice. There was so much electronic on the nose of it that when they removed that, we're allowed to put 2 big batteries up there. And and that's why we don't need anybody. We just make sure on the start that we don't exceed 750. That's a Rolls-Royce engine. That's very typical. And then this is our emergency system over here.
Yep.
Okay, any grid light comes on. Okay. The British designed double system on almost everything. Alright, so we got oil pressure, that's a start, 40%, and the temperatures are good. Hydraulic is all in the green, this is the brake, and this is the fuel. This thing's got 12 fuel tanks, can take 4,000 pounds of fuel. So we're just gonna go to...
Did you say it has 12 fuel tanks?
Yes.
A dozen?
Yeah.
How do you manage a dozen fuel tanks?
Well, that's easy. What the military did is said, okay, 12 fuel tanks, one control.
Okay.
So what we do now, we check these speed brakes, working fine, then we set up the flap for takeoff. This thing takes almost 75% flap on takeoff.
Wow.
That's how much power it's on it.
And with that, we were off for my first flight in a jet.
The electric canopy is cool. I've never seen that before. I guess a lot of jets are like that though, because they're too big to move on your own, right?
Yeah, they're too heavy. Windsor Tower, X-ray Delta Kilo, ready for departure, runway 30, right-hand turn to 2,000 feet.
X-ray Delta Kilo Tower, right turn, not about 2,500 feet in the control zone. 320 up 4, clear takeoff, runway 30.
Really smooth. Now this flap's going up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always a little step down.
Yeah. It's surprisingly quiet in here. Might be my headset though. Oh yeah, that's headset. That's impressive. Beautifully smooth flying airplane though, wow.
We're at 80% power right now, and we're flying about 200 knots. We're using about 200 gallons an hour.
Well, I guess the military wasn't worried about the fuel burn back in the day.
That's right.
I like just like pouring buckets of gas out the window.
That's it. Okay. So, if you want to... You know how the stick works, right?
I do.
You got your foot on the pedal?
I do.
Okay, let's climb to, let's say, 4,000 feet.
4,000?
Yeah.
So I'm just going to pitch up for whatever climb?
Yeah.
What, am I looking for a certain speed in the climb, or?
Well, as long as you don't go below 150.
I can go more aggressive than that then?
Yeah.
Yeah, wow. It's just like... Are we climbing 4,000 feet a minute right now?
Yeah. Wild, eh?
I didn't even hardly pitch it up.
I know.
Strikemaster was built in the 70s by the British, obviously, and it was sent to colonies like Singapore, Saudi Arabia. So this aircraft was designed initially with 3 hard points on each side for bombs and guns. The guns were under the air intake, just a 303. It's fast, it's very agile, and that's the reason we got it. The performance are fantastic on it. Powered by a Rolls-Royce engine, give us 3,400 pounds of thrust. On an aircraft, that's 5,800 pounds empty.
Wow.
So she can climb about 6,000 feet a minute. And she can turn on the dime. If you can sustain the G's, she'll take it.
We're going to 4,000, is that correct?
4,000.
Okay, and I'm going to keep it at 150?
Yeah.
So right about there.
About there.
Just kind of rest my hand on my thigh like that? Is that how you do it?
Yeah, and then you trim with this.
Oh yeah, because I do feel like I need... Yeah. But we're not going to climb for too much longer, so should I bother retrimming it?
It's up to you. It all depends how much pressure you feel on it, right?
It's fine. Yeah, the temptation is just kind of like do that, but really you just want to kind of rest your hand on your thigh and just...
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, try to level off now. We'll try some turns around here and see how it feels.
Yeah, I'll do one.
Stay right.
Are we clear left? Yeah, we'll go left first. That much bank angle, good enough?
Oh yeah, you can do a lot more than that.
Okay, let's just get a feel for it. I'll do a little S-turn. I'll head back the other way. I'm trying to keep it at about 3,800 feet. Oh yeah. Yeah, that is very cool. So I'll try a bit steeper. Oh yeah, sure. 60. Yeah, a little bit left.
Delta.
There. I'll try to maintain my
Runway
altitude.
30 and Charlie.
Try to hold that altitude and we're diving. Yep.
I didn't get all the numbers there, but taxi call 30 to Charlie.
Now I'm diving. As soon as I got over the water, I lost my horizon and I started diving. Lost 300 feet. Now I'll get it back. That's very responsive, man.
Yeah, it is.
It's pretty pitch sensitive too, eh? Like it's very easy to let the nose fall through.
Yep.
Wow. Well, you want to show me how it's done properly? Just so I feel what it should feel like. I don't know. Oh yeah. So I didn't pull right away like that, so I should have, eh?
Yeah, a little bit, right?
Okay.
But you can see the altitude now, it climbs like crazy, right?
It did.
We'll pull a few G's here, right?
Yep.
Then we'll go on the other side.
Oh yeah. How many G's did we get to there?
We went to 3.5.
Well, I was being gentle, eh? I was being too gentle. Gotta be more brave.
Yeah. Want to be a roller?
Sure, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's nice. That's a good rate for an airplane this big.
Yeah. Try a little bit more?
Yeah, let me try a steep turn again without losing any altitude.
Sure.
So, okay, we're clear left.
There. Okay, you're climbing a little bit now. Hikes her a bit. Still climbing. Okay, right there. Hold it right there. Up. A bit more. Pull, pull. There you go. That's better.
Yeah, I'm trying to just aim small. Looking at a point on the horizon. I haven't looked at my instruments yet, so we'll see when I get around how I did.
Romeo ground checker marks. So you want the
that's awesome.
Strikemaster over there.
That's about where I started. I don't know how I did in the middle of it.
So let's go. Let's say along the shoreline here, right?
Yeah.
And let's see if we can maintain, let's say, 4,000 feet.
Okay. Get right there and then bring it down. It's really tempting to over-control it.
Yeah.
Gotta be gentle. You've got it trimmed nicely, so I shouldn't be fighting with it.
Speaking of fighting with it,
Speed check.
90.
Check.
the event was the following day and there were a lot of strong thermals.
Holy God, that was a hell of a thermal on the left wing.
Yes, it was.
I'm several flights into my formation training now to fly with these guys, and I learned a lot today as an observing crew member on board the Warbird.
You know, the airplane didn't move very much because I caught it right away, but holy shit, was I far into the left aileron.
I felt it, dude. You hit my knee.
Oh yeah, it's just not going to be a real tight kind of day, you know? Not with bumps like that.
It was also a pretty good test of my stomach, as I was not in control while we were out there holding, waiting for our turn to do the missing man formation.
Time is now 2:02.
Oh my God, the pass is until 2:12.
So stay tuned for a lot more of this type of flying as I share my training.
I just realized I had a bit of a white knuckle grip on the thing. I took my hand out, just loosened my grip, and I was like, oh, that's blood flow again.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's get back on board to land the Strikemaster.
Does it have inverted systems, or how long can it be upside down for?
12 seconds. Because what happened is you stop the fuel flow, and it goes to reserve tank, and there's only 12 seconds of fuel in there.
Right.
And then when you go back straight, you need 45 seconds straight level, or positive G's, before you can go inverted again.
Okay.
X-ray Delta Kilo, winds jar, runway 30, the wind is calm, the altimeter is 29906, cleared straight in for runway 30, report 2 miles final. There's traffic on a 10-mile final straight in runway 25-8, 3,000 feet.
Okay, roger on the traffic, we'll come straight in on 30, request a brake on runway 30. Right or left, it's up to you.
Okay, plan for left-hand brake.
Left-hand brake on runway 30, thank you. You can start putting the nose down, trimmer down.
Like about that much, or?
Yeah. Oh, that's good. Try to get about not more than 1,000 feet a minute.
Okay, so the brake will be at 1,600?
No, I'll brake at 50 feet.
Clear the visual.
Okay,
say again?
I'll brake at 50.
As a 50. Start runway 25, winds calm all.
Yeah, because we use the brakes to put the gear down to slow down the speed. So what happens, we go low, we don't have to put speed brakes on and everything else.
There is a
Okay, I have control.
Go.
In the less powerful airplanes that I'm doing formation training in, we do the brakes at pattern altitude. It's essentially a power-off 360, but we don't have this much speed to bleed off.
So you're going to go to 50 feet AGL, then do a brake?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I've never seen it done this way.
We do that a lot in air shows.
Very cool.
Try not to exceed 250 knots.
So yeah, crossing the fence at 250 knots was fairly awesome.
Put a bit of smoke on.
That's how you get rid of your speed.
Yeah.
Very cool. I thought you were kidding when you said you're going to brake at 50 feet. I was like, I must have not heard him correctly.
Kilo Terry number 1 for runway 30.
Extra Delta Kilo number 1 for runway 30. Gears down, and we're turning good.
Extra Delta Kilo Terry, your traffic short funnel, runway 25-8, no factor, clear to land runway 30.
Okay, clear to land 30, Extra Delta Kilo.
On Westchester 537 requesting IFR clearance to Calgary. We have Lima. Westchester 537, winds ground, your IFR clearance on request.
Whew. Yeah, it gets a little warm in there. Thanks a lot, that was an awesome flight.
Well, I hope you enjoy it.
I totally enjoyed it, yes sir. That's awesome.
This was an awesome flight and it was a great weekend helping out with an amazing cause. And Airshow YQG is happening again. Your assistance is needed for these kids to get the VIP experience at no cost to their families. To find out how you can help, please visit www.airshowyqg.com. Links are also in the description. Thanks to Patreon supporters and sponsors for helping us make these sorts of productions. And please visit flightshops.com to check out other episodes, the back catalog, and join the mailing list. And keep your flight shop sharp.
I got a selfie of us in there.